Uptown got its hustlers, Bowery got its bumps.
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Last Epoch once again, and I'm so excited I could finally unseal these lips and we can talk about David Harbour. Yes, Hopper from Stranger Things, new item coming in one day. Now, this is a Necro Acolyte helmet that is around Flame Wraiths, and if you don't know this story, 6 months ago David Harbour dropped a very interesting piece of information. This was not sponsored, this was not paid for, this was completely random on some show interview where they asked him about his hobbies and video games. To understand, listen to this.
Yeah, I love them. I've always loved them since I was a kid. My parents got me an Odyssey system when I was a kid, and I played all these games, and ever since then I've been I love video games.
I love that. What are you playing right now?
So I'm playing a little bit of Diablo 4. I like the RPG type games. And there's also another really interesting game called Last Epoch that I mess around with. Some games on Steam like Hades I like, Binding of Isaac I like these indie games.
So here is the grand unveiling, Wraithlords Harbour. Obviously, David Harbour's brand new item. And when you look at the implicits, 137 to armor, 13% increased cooldown recovery speed, 23% minion increased recovery speed. Now, what does this actually do? It's +1 to summon Wraith, increase minion movement speed from 28 to 48, 48 being the highest. Minion melee and minion spell damage, and that is anywhere from 6 to 13%, so it's going to buff both, but this is the big thing. Casting Summon Wraith instead summons a Wraith Lord. Yes, a Super Wraith. The Wraith Lord scales with your summons Wraith tree and summons other Wraiths for you while in combat. While at max Wraiths, the Wraith Lord also casts necrotic beams and regularly consumes all your non-Wraith minions to empower itself, gaining temporary maximum health equal to 10% of its maximum health and plus 10 spell damage for 10 seconds. So the Wraith Lord with David Harbour's new helmet is a super Wraith that automatically casts Wraiths for you, and then it'll consume your minions to superpower itself, and it shoots necrotic beams. Very, very interesting, and I gotta give it to you, David Harbour. I have a feeling you are a man after my own heart who loves Necromancer, and currently my favorite is Golemmancer, which is necrotic permanent minions. Now, when I look at this helmet, I try to think, what would this be good for? All right, so I kind of just started playing around with a couple of things. Now, you don't really want any permanent minions because the Wraith Lord is going to consume non-Wraiths, which means you're going to have to continuously resummon them, so you might as well have non-permanent Wraiths anyways, or non-permanent minions anyways. So I spec'd into zombies, and zombies pretty simple. We're going to go into necrotic zombies, so we're going to try and make everything necrotic. Then I went into Summon Wraiths, of course, and in this tree, we're going to take as much necrotic damage as possible because the Wraith Lord is going to be using your tree. Then I went into Dreadshade, obviously, to buff our minions. And then I was thinking about Summon Skeletal Mage. Now, on here, we would take the Archmage and we would leave it as necrotic spell casting. So the Archmage and the Wraith Lord are both sitting back shooting necrotic damage. Now, even though the Archmage is going to be consumed by the Wraith Lord, since you are using this as a traversal skill, you're going to be auto-casting it all the time. So it doesn't even matter when it gets eaten because you're just going to be able to put it right back up. Now, for the last skill, I put Golem, but this is the one I'm not sure on. So when you look at Summon Golem, it has a 10-second cooldown. And when you look at the helmet on here at the bottom, it says maximum health, maximum spell damage for 10 seconds, and it says it regularly consumes enemies. Now, I would guess it's 10 seconds. I don't know. Maybe 8 to 12 seconds, something like that. But regularly means that it's going to happen pretty often. So summoning Golem every time the Wraith Lord consumes your minions, you would have to put your Golem back out. but the golem has a 10-second cooldown, so it would probably be fine. And obviously you would not use Aaron's Will, My Armor, and you would just spec into one large golem. So this is kind of my thought right now, is zombies, wraiths, dreadshade, skeleton mages, and golems. And literally all you are doing, traversal, buffing damage, and then you're casting zombies. And then once the Wraith Lord actually eats, you got to throw your golem back out. So this is kind of my thought right now for David Harbour's new helmet. But I got to say, regardless, absolutely awesome design. I like the way it looks, and I love what it does. It's very cool when you get a unique item that gives you something new to play with. And a Wraith Lord, a super Wraith that's going to be shooting necrotic beams and auto-casting minions for you is pretty exciting. So that's the video. It's been revealed. We now know all the uniques coming tomorrow, 1.0. Couple of announcements. If you haven't joined the new community event, you still have time. The sign up goes all the way until the 23rd and is the 4th treasure hunt community event where we're going to be looking for a Communion of the Erased, a new Weaver's Will belt with a tier 7 hybrid health. First link in the description is that sign up. Also, tomorrow kicks off my first ever subathon. I'm now a full-time content creator starting February 1st. It's already been an absolutely wild month. And to kick off full-time, I'm doing a non-capped subathon. We're going to have tons of special guests from EHG. We're going to be running multiplayer parties. We're going to be theorizing new builds. We're going to be playing LE. I'm going to be giving away Last Epoch keys. I'm going to be giving away other Steam keys. I'm going to be giving away merch. We have so much stuff. It's going to be an awesome event. Kicks off tomorrow for season launch. I'm done. Hopefully you were entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.